What's up, Hot Wheel homies? This is Mark Dotson Diecast, aka Mick Hot Wheel. Today I have a very, very, very special guest, Big A, Adrian. If you're not following him on Instagram and on, of course, YouTube, where I met him, then go over there and subscribe. So, what's up, Big A? How you doing, buddy?
What's up, brother? How you doing? I'm doing great. Thanks for asking.
Doing good, man. Just worked a long day, so got a little bit of energy left. I'm gonna try to give you all I got.
All right, man.
So tell us about your YouTube channel, and then just on like how you got started on there, basically, and just get right to it.
Yeah. So back in 2017, I got into a pretty bad accident. Believe it or not, it was Mother's Day. Well, in our culture, we celebrate both Mother's Day both on May 10th and whatever. I think what's the other day, the 17th, or when does it fall in May? It's about a week.
I'm the worst. I'm the worst at dates.
Anyways. Doing the whole lane switching thing.
Yeah, weaving through traffic.
So as I was driving out of the condominium complex I live in, he pretty much T-boned the front side of the car.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah.
What kind of car were you driving?
I was driving a Toyota Sienna.
Okay.
But this guy was driving very, very fast. I kid you not, brother. The door, I was pretty much stuck in there. It had it not been for two good Samaritans that witnessed the whole thing and, stopped and got out of their cars to help me, open the door and get me out of there. Who knows what would have happened, man. So anyways, man, I was pretty much paralyzed from, my whole left side.
Wow.
Like from the waist up, I couldn't move. My collarbone broke in 3 pieces, man. It was bad.
Wow, I didn't even know that, man.
Yeah, so physically that's definitely one of the most, that's one of the most painful experiences I've ever lived, and definitely do not wish it upon anybody, man. So, anyways,
that's crazy.
I was off for about 7 months, and I'm like, darn, man. What am I going to do with all this free time? So, I started going through YouTube, and I came across some YouTube channels. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you've seen this one kid. His name is Matthew on Cars.
Matthew on Cars. You've seen him. I don't know if I have.
Okay, so anyways, yeah. So I started watching his channel. I was like, hey, man. These Hot Wheels are actually pretty cool because I was collecting I did collect back in the late 90s, and I stopped around 2003.
Okay.
I sold,
You stopped just when they were making some like fire ones, like in 2003, 2004, and they started coming out with some good stuff.
Exactly. Exactly. So
you're like, I don't like these nice die-cast things. These are too nice. I'm gonna stick to these early '90s ones.
Yeah. So back then, I didn't know. Yeah. I was only collecting the first editions. I didn't know that the treasure hunts existed. The super treasure hunts weren't.
No, they're just treasure hunts
till like 2007 or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I didn't know very much about Hot Wheels. I just pretty much bought what I liked. I was collecting all the first editions, which is what they were called back in the day. It's not like today where they have different they have like the factory fresh and the night burners, and
Yeah, those are like what 2000. I think night burners were like, I don't know if they're still doing night burners, but I know they started somewhere around probably 2014 or something like that.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know that the only reason I know that is because they have a Datsun 510 night burner, so of course I know that. That's how I reference it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, so that's how I started getting back into collecting. Just started hitting some stores and buying some Hot Wheels, and now I have.
How many do you have?
I think I have. I don't know. I don't have
Roughly
the exact number. But it's about 2,500 cars.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot, man. Everybody's got different amounts, of course. I mean, I have no idea. I probably have a couple thousand, but I could have less. I don't know. Could have more. There, a lot of them I got a lot of them in bins and stuff. They add up quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, just if you get a bin, like a plastic bin, you can fit a few hundred in there, no problem. So, when you look at it, it's like, oh man, there's maybe like 80 in there or something. But you're like, count through, it's like, oh, this is like 300 cars, 400 cars. Sometimes, depending on how big the bin is. But yeah, it's man, I think I need to slow down on like the main lines. I think I'm trying, but it's addicting though.
I hear you, brother. It's just so hard because I mean there's just so there's so many cool castings out there. You just kind of want them all, but at the same time, it's like you said. I mean, at some point you have to hit the brakes and say, hey, man, enough is enough. That's why I'm glad that in a way, I'm glad that I, help out lots of buddies, like you and
I appreciate
Moses and MV2 Wheels Off Road. And there's another homie. He does mostly races. He likes to race diecast, and he has like community events, and he gives a lot of cars, to the kids and stuff like that. I guess it's like whoever wins the best, 3 out of 3 races gets a prize or something. So I sent him, a bunch of cars as well.
That's awesome, man.
So it's like, you know what, man? I mean, I'm not, you're not going to enjoy your cars when they're boxed up and put away somewhere. Might as well, do something good with them and, just share them or give them away to, people who are going to really enjoy them and, appreciate those cars,
Yeah, I think that's a great point. I think that anybody, sometimes when you have a bunch of cars, if you have a car that somebody else really wants or needs, I'd say more needs, like they collect it and they really need that car to like finish their collection. If they need it, and they'll love it more than you, like if they'll like show you, like, then I just give it away. If like somebody will appreciate that car more than you, just give it away, give it to them. If like you don't absolutely need it,
exactly,
give it to that person that really will cherish that car and appreciate it more than you will. If they're out there.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah. So yeah, but I just wanted to let everyone know on here that I appreciate you and like all you've done for like when I'm doing the charity drive and just with the raffle that's going on right now, that you're always like first to jump up and you got my back on all that stuff. So I really appreciate that because a lot of people aren't there. I mean, I'm not going to generalize people, but sometimes it's pulling teeth to get people to like donate to for kids and stuff. It's like, man, like just give me $5. Like, just, not me, but give these kids $5. You don't got $5? Like, you can't. Yeah. Why don't you buy one less premium? But no, it's big, man. It's like I really appreciate your generosity and everything, and I think for all you people that are looking for a good YouTube channel, I'm not trying to plug people, but I'm trying to actually, I am trying to plug Big A because Adrian, because he's a good dude, and and for all those people out there that are no problem, man, that are bilingual, that speak Spanish. I know for a fact, I'm going to ask you this question because I know you get a little bit frustrated sometimes probably about he does, live streams in English, and he does live streams in Spanish. And while we're getting into that, like, tell me about just if there's any frustration with that sometimes, like, because you got people coming into your Spanish live stream and they're like, hey, what's up, man? Like, how you doing? It's like clearly Spanish. And then you're like, oh, like, so I know that for any Spanish speaking people out there, definitely check out Big A's channel, Big A's Diecast on YouTube, but also know that he has English ones and he has Spanish ones. So tell me about frustrations if you have any, or whatever. So,
well, it's. I mean, the biggest frustration was, before when I was because I have a dual audience, I would, of course, I would have, a lot of Spanish only, and then I would have bilingual and English only. So it's hard, it was just getting a little, overwhelming for me, to be reading and translating each and every single message, and a lot of people were getting confused. And I think you were in one of my live streams a while back ago. I haven't done any live streams in a while.
Yeah, besides the one a few days ago.
Yeah, you were in one of my last live streams, and some guy got very upset. He's like,
yeah, I do remember that one. That's why I'm asking. That's why I'm asking you right now.
You got to stop, speaking in this other language, dude. I've said this many, many times. I think I was holding the live stream in the middle of the week. I don't remember exactly what day it was, but back, excuse me, back when I was doing live streams twice a week. The Spanish live streams I would do around the middle of the week, maybe Wednesday or Thursday, and then I would do the English live streams on Saturdays, and I would say it every time. And this guy, he was he wasn't having it, so he got upset, and he went on a rant, and he unsubscribed from my channel. And it's like, dude, I mean, I'm sorry you feel that way. No one likes to lose subscribers. But at the same time, I have to be fair. I mean, I can't.
You got to make you got to make room for the good subscribers, because I think you and I are probably on the same page, and a lot of us, like Derek, Twice Diecast, Jay, like Hewitt's. I'm not chasing after some big amount of subscribers. I truly appreciate the quality of subscribers that I have, and good people. If they're not going to be a valuable entity to my channel, and be uplifting, then they can go. It doesn't hurt my feelings at all. And maybe they'll have a change of heart, or maybe they'll listen to one of my podcasts or stumble upon another video talking about me or what other people are doing, and they'll come back, But yeah, I mean, I'll always welcome people back if they're not jerks and they can admit that they're wrong or apologize, because it's just like life goes on, and everybody makes mistakes and stuff. But yeah, but there's a lot of sour apples out there. But fortunately enough, in our group, which is vast, I mean, it stems off pretty far. There's some really incredible people, and that I'm meeting every day on YouTube.
Yeah, and it's it's like you said. I mean, it's like Derek said, a couple of weeks ago in one of his live streams. I guess there was, someone was giving a hard. Like he has the time to call, the stores and say, "Hey, this is Derek. Can you gather like 20 or 30 dudes and just kind of make it seem like they're shopping around? And can you make sure that U-boat is out there, and there's a an employee out there, by the Hot Wheel area. I'll be there around let's say 10:30. Does that work for you?"
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, dude.
Like he's.
Yeah, so I guess Derek, he was trying to be civilized with this person, and I guess this guy wasn't, he wasn't budging. So at some point, you have no choice but to, disconnect yourself from those people, like block them. And
that's true. And
you know,
you don't want to have like people like cancerous people in your community trying to bring everybody down. I'm not having that. You're not having that.
Exactly, dude. It's like, I mean, life is complicated as it is. I mean, I think we all have to deal with, everyday, problems, whatever it may be. So, I mean, the last thing that you need is, a Debbie Downer to come and start making things worse and create negative energy in our community. And, I mean, those are the people we need to, just cut off. And
yeah, they just they can come back or whatever when they want to be civilized. They want to be adults.
Yeah, if they want to, if they're gonna, if they're willing to be cool and to stop being so negative, then yeah, I mean, you guys are welcome to our community anytime.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I gotta say this real quick, Adrian, because I hit a button a couple times on here. So there's gonna be a couple seconds where I cut you off for just a shorter period of time. So anybody that's listening, I'm still getting a hang of this podcast thing. So he might get it cut off a couple seconds, but it's not gonna happen again. So apologize for that. I hit the mic off button on accident a couple of times, so I might have cut you off just a really tiny short period of time. So. I'm human, so sorry guys, but that's not going to happen again. We're good. So I just want to get that out of the way. So anyways, moving on. What's your main thing that you collect? Like, what's your favorite casting? Like that you cannot pass up, like when you're at the stores?
Dodge Challenger.
Yeah, I've noticed you grab a lot of those. You like those.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, there's just something about the
new. So they're talking about old ones and new ones.
I like the new ones better, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. Especially the Dodge Demon Hellcat. That's like, oh, dude, like my ultimate. That's like my go-to car. If I see it, I don't care. Yeah, I don't care if it's.
What about the Demon?
I don't care what brand it is. I'll I'd buy it.
Yeah, but what about the Demon? I don't know if does the Demon come in like a Challenger and a Charger? I think it's just I'm not up to date on that stuff. I'm a car guy, but I'm not positive on some of the domestic stuff. They got like the Hellcat, the Demon. They've got like a minivan that has a Hellcat motor or something now, I guess.
Yeah, it's like a supercharged, Challenger, Yeah,
that's crazy.
Supercharged Hemi engine, it's like it's awesome, man. I mean, that's just, I don't know.
Those kids are going to get to soccer practice so quick. If you had the minivan with the Hellcat engine, they're soccer practice, man. You get those kids to soccer practice quick.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no kidding, man.
Yeah. So does your family support your hobby? And like, tell me about if anyone else collects in the family or what they think of your obsession with Hot Wheels. What do they think about it?
Well, that's I think that's very important. I think it's very important for our families to support what we do in order to grow.
Whatever you love, whatever it is, right? Whether it's diecast or My Little Ponies, because I know you're into My Little Ponies too, right?
Oh yeah.
He's like. Yeah. Don't tell him.
No. So, I mean, I think all of us, those of us who, and I don't. My channel's not even like super huge or anything, but none of us would be where we are if we didn't have a supporting spouse, or in your case, a supporting fiance.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. She supports me in everything I do. I'm so blessed to have her.
Yeah. So, I mean, at first, when I first started my YouTube channel, my wife was like, so what's the purpose of, doing your, I still remember it like it was yesterday, bro.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
What's the purpose of your, YouTube channel? Why do you want to start one so badly? And I told, well, I just want to share my passion for the hobby with people, and I want to learn more about Hot Wheels. Like I shared with you earlier. When I first started collecting, I didn't know very much about Hot Wheels, and I didn't know about super treasure hunts and this and that. I mean, I just pretty much, whenever I bought them, I just pretty much grabbed whatever caught my eye.
Yeah.
And I didn't know much of them until later on, when I started watching, other people's YouTube channel. Oh, the super treasure hunts and this and that, and like, oh wow.
With Hot Wheels, man, there is so much to learn. It's never ending. It's crazy. It's like, and then you got people like Derek at Honest Diecast that, excuse me, know all the cases. Like, I call him like the Hot Wheels Rain Man, because he just knows all the cases and what comes in this and how many come in this and stuff like that. I don't pay attention to all that, to be honest with you. But it's nice to have people that can keep track of that for you. So.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of good resources out there, like Lamley Group, and then of course Ministry of Diecast.
Yeah, that's a go-to right there, Ministry of Diecast.
Which, by the way, is a huge buddy of mine.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he's one of the reasons why I got into, why I started a YouTube channel, because of him. It's like, man, I mean, if you want to do it, just do it. What's holding you back? Just do it.
Do it. And,
so,
I'm glad you did.
And now I'm like, you're doing it, Peter.
You're doing it, Peter. Oh, there you are, Peter. For anyone that doesn't know what that is, because there's going to be people like, I haven't heard too much from new people on the podcast, because I'm like still trying to figure out who's listening and stuff. Of course, a lot of my subscribers are, but I'm hoping that I'm bringing in people from out there that don't know like our YouTube community and how incredible it is. But it's just like, we have so many like inside jokes that aren't necessarily inside, because everybody can get in on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just like inside jokes, because anybody that wants to come into like, my channel, my family, because we're all a family, but Big A, like, we're all like very accepting of like who you are. And I'm going to go off on a quick rant just because I saw Hewitt's, who we call our Hot Wheel president, because he's just a voice of reason, most of the time, and just very, very generous, very kind, and very just him. He's himself. He's nobody else. He's not trying to impress anybody. So he had somebody recently, I don't know if you saw this, Adrian, but somebody was like, oh, I see how it is. You guys have a clique, it's like a club, and you're not going to support me or whatever.
That earlier.
Yeah, because I live for his rants. If you guys like, rants or people going off on rants, especially people that are just funny, like Hewitt's, because we all love Hewitt's. But yeah, he goes on these little rants all of a sudden, usually just like sidetrack off to some rant, and I live for that. I honestly do. I live for that.
Oh, dude, it's dude. I get such a kick out of his videos, man. It's like you said. I mean, he's
real, man.
Raw, he's just. I mean, he doesn't sugarcoat anything.
No.
He just lets everything out, and he speaks his mind, and that's that's the people I like. I mean, I don't like people who sugarcoat things. I want you to be real.
Yeah,
I don't want you to, and that's Hewitt's, man. He's just an awesome guy. He's funny.
But yeah, it's crazy that someone can go see something. Like, I don't know, like some people are just delusional, because he's like the least clicky like YouTube channel. Like, he's like, he doesn't even care about subscribers. He just likes the people that are there and want to be a part of the community. He's not chasing subscribers. He'll say it all the time, and we know it's true. He doesn't edit his videos or anything. He just goes with the flow. But, I mean, for somebody to come in and say, oh, you guys are a big clique, it's a club, I'm not welcome here or something, I think it stems from just him not following him back or something or other. But the guy that was complaining didn't even have any content. He brought one video up, and then he deleted it. So before anybody could even give it any love or anything, because we're all here. Like I've said it 100 times. Your first video is not going to be very good. It's just not. It's a fact, unless you've got experience in film production or something that I don't know about. But it's, whoever that was, I didn't catch the username or whatever, but it's not true. Like, we welcome anybody in, no matter who you are, what color you are, where you're from. It doesn't matter. Like, we're all homies. We're all Hot Wheel homies, man. So, yeah, whoever that person is, you got it wrong, because Hewitts is an incredible human, and he doesn't judge anybody, and he'll give you all the support in the world. So that's what's great about the community. So we're not cliquey. We just ask that people be respectful and kind. On my channel, I don't want people coming on there and dropping F-bombs and all that stuff. It's not allowed. On my channel, I've got stuff everywhere that says keep it PG for kids. So that's my rules, man. So that's it, pretty much. Just be respectful, kind, and don't swear on my channel.
Exactly. Yeah. Just be cool, be respectful, and be mindful that whether we like it or not, kids are gonna watch our channel. It doesn't matter if we notify YouTube that our channels are not. They're
going to watch on their parents' account,
children and stuff like that. We can't control, what children do. That's why, and I set up my channel, not for children, but it's like, again, we can't control what children do. That's why, I don't swear on my videos. I try to be as respectful and as appropriate as I can.
Yeah.
But
just being mindful.
Like you said, I don't, I don't want any, bad apples in my community, and every once in a while you're gonna have, you can have people who love you or hate you.
You're always gonna have the haters. Always.
You can't please anybody. It's like when Hewitts uploaded that video about this guy that is making all these claims that nobody supports him and this and that and the word click, and I have an idea of who it is. I'm not gonna I'm not on the intro, but I'm pretty sure I know who it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's just if he listens to this podcast, it's not that you're not welcome, dude. It's just just be respectful.
Stick around, man. Just be respectful. Stick around. Watch people's videos. Comment. Be uplifting and stuff like that. And that's, I think if I could give advice in this podcast, it would just be to be like involved, for what time you have. Because like I've talked about, we're all busy. We don't always have time to look at stuff. But just be involved. Just be kind and like try to learn stuff. Ask questions. If you have questions, and I notice people, I know when they're in my videos and commenting and like how involved and encouraging they are. I feel good about that person when I see their name pop up. You're like, oh, what's up, man? Like, you feel good because they're kind and uplifting and they support your channel, especially a lot of you from day one that have supported my channel, including you. You were on my channel like when I was, didn't have very many subscribers at all. Maybe a couple hundred or less. I don't know if you remember or not, but I don't. But
definitely,
definitely. So.
I started following Derek first,
mm-hmm.
and then Derek pretty much introduced you to our little community.
Yeah, a lot of people.
And then that's how I got to know you a little bit. A little bit more, and then over time we just started interacting with one another more and more, and it
was the Fast and the Furious quote for you, wasn't it?
It was No, serious. What it was, Mark. I'm a man of faith. You're a man of faith.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Absolutely.
I was very touched when you sent me that package, man. I wasn't even expecting anything. I didn't ask you for anything, and it's like I tell everyone in this community could tell you, man. I mean, I support everyone. I don't, I don't expect anything from anybody, man. I mean, I'm just here to support everyone. If I could help any which way I can, I'll do it by all means. But don't be demanding, man. Don't be
Oh
demanding. It's
gosh.
like, oh man, I mean, hook me up with this and hook me up with that.
Oh,
That's how you weed out the good people from the bad, and that's how you
the
know
grubbers. I was just talking about that. The grubbers.
yeah. That's how that's how you know who's there to really support that enjoys your content and that really supports what you do and appreciates it, because to a lot of people don't know how long it takes to make a video. I mean, for a
No.
lot of people it's just it's just a 15 minute video, but a lot of people don't know what goes on behind the scenes, how long it takes to edit it and to add all the different effects, like the music in the background, and it takes a lot of time to
No, it
put
does, man. It probably took like longer just to make my little zoom in video, like the spoof videos, than it does my hunting videos because all the
exactly.
cuts and stuff you
Yeah,
have to do.
so yeah, a lot of people don't understand, the how much effort, how much time it takes for us to just to put out the best content we possibly can, because our subscribers deserve that, in my opinion.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
deserve good content, and
Yeah.
I'm not perfect, I'm not the best, but I try to take my time to put something together, that's gonna be entertaining and somewhat useful to other people. So
Yeah, no, for sure, man. You hit the nail on the head with all that. I think the one thing that I mean, gosh, I think I covered it recently, but it's a pretty consistent thing sometimes, and I'm not gonna call anybody's names out, of course, but there's some
right,
people that hit
right,
you up and are just demanding. They're like, "Hey, send me this, send me that." Like, "Hey, if you find this, just send it to me." And you're like, "Excuse me?" Like, just like that happened to me yesterday. It was like,
exactly.
"Hey, send me that Fast and Furious kid." I'm like, "Who are you? Do I know you?" Like, I mean, honestly, if certain people, if you said, "Hey, Mark, I'm looking for that Fast and Furious kit," dude, it's yours. Like, you're my buddy. Like, I know you. You've been around. You support me. But for people that just come in and you don't even know them at all, and they just they're asking for stuff like like I have a Hot Wheels store, and I'm just like here for you. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. No, I hear you, man. I hear you, and it's just, I mean, people don't even ask nicely. It's like
Mm-mm.
a lot of people think that it's owed to them. Like,
Oh
no,
yeah,
dude.
no,
No, the world doesn't owe you anything. You owe
no,
yourself. I mean, we are where we are because we busted our butts to be where we are and to and to have what we have.
sure,
Nobody gave us anything.
yeah,
I mean, if that's the reason I don't do giveaways on my channel, Mark. To be honest with
I
you,
get it,
because
man, I get it.
yeah, I want people to be part of my community because they enjoy my content, and
Yeah,
I don't do giveaways, but I do give a lot of stuff, away to people I feel they deserve it, to people who truly need it. Not just because I'm not gonna give things to people who are just who are just subscribed to my channel just to see what they could get from me. No, I want people to be involved in my channel because they truly care and they really enjoy what the content I bring to them.
yeah, no, I get
And
it. That's a good thing to. I mean, to each their own. I mean, we all have our own reasons, but I appreciate that. I can respect that for sure.
yeah, so
Yeah,
yeah,
well,
so I
it's
guess
tough.
I guess because some other YouTubers do like if people reach out to them. It's like, hey man, I mean, I'm having trouble, looking for this, this set or this car or whatever. I mean, people, if that particular YouTuber wants to help them out that way, and they have they have the resources to do it. Well,
Right.
it's like more power to them.
Right. Absolutely.
But like you said in one of your podcasts, man. I mean, most of us, we have families, we have responsibilities.
Jobs.
We can't be dishing
Bills.
out money, left and right like that.
Yeah, we got
You
bills, man. As we're grown-ups. We don't
Yeah.
act like grown-ups all the time, but, collect toy cars. But we're grown-ups. We got bills to pay, man.
Yeah, exactly. And
So-
a lot of people, don't realize. I mean, all the the shipping cost, the cost
yeah.
of shipping materials, all that stuff adds up, man. I mean, who's going to pay for that? I mean, the Hot Wheel, giving away the Hot Wheel, a regular mainline car is not the problem.
No, it's the shipping and all that stuff.
Exactly, it's the shipping cost that adds up. Especially if you're giving away, more than one car. It's like, dude.
Yeah, shipping out of country, stuff like that. I mean, I've shipped things to Australia. I mean, Canada, like all over the place. So I don't know. It's just I do giveaways every once in a while, and I'm still on the fence about whether I'll continue doing it. I've been lucky enough to be able to get on my giveaways. It's been homies, right? Like people that have been with me from like pretty much day one. So far so good, but no one's sour yet. I'm still a smaller channel, realistically, it's just like, so once I get, Derek just hit 7,000. So he's getting a lot of like trolls on his channel. And, of course we all take things personally when people like attack us. And he's a really sensitive guy. He's my best friend, so I know him really well. But he takes things personally because he cares, right? So it's not like, and if you're attacking somebody's character, it's a hard thing just to shake off. So just to everyone out there, like no matter how big a channel is, if the channel has 1 million subscribers, maybe you write something rude or hurtful to that channel or person, they can still read it. It's like. Even if it's like, let's just say it's, lamely or limely or however you say his name.
Lamley.
Lamley. Even if it's him, I don't know his real name or anything, but even if it's him, I'm sure he goes through his comments and everything like that. Don't say hurtful things. We all have preconceived ideas of people because, me and Derek have talked about it before on his channel. It's kind of like sometimes you get that. Look at I got kind of a thing, like Mattel's sending you stuff and stuff like that, and then you go to the store and quote unquote hunt, but you've already got it all at your porch. So, we all have preconceived ideas of people and stuff like that, but you can't judge people on that. I don't know the guy. He could be a really incredible person. I don't know. So I can't say that he's just like some snob because he's got a huge channel because, who knows, maybe my channel will be big someday. But who cares? I don't care. I just like the people in this community, honestly. And, of course, I love diecast, but the thing that keeps me going is just the people. There's some amazing people. And, relationships that we create are so important in life, because life is short,
I agree, man. And, I want to thank you for being the quote unquote the trailblazer of pretty much changing the what we do. It's like when you sent me that box, I said on my channel, I remember, let's use this platform, this platform's got to be bigger than ourselves. Let's use it for something positive.
Yeah.
And some people buy into it, others don't, it's their prerogative, it's their choice. They don't have to. But I think that that what you're doing and what David is doing is great, man. That's why if you guys, that's why I'm there for you guys. If you guys need help, I'll be more than happy to to help you guys out, because I know where my money is going. I know it's going to where it's really needed. It's not just going to be. It's not going to go to someone who's just trying to take advantage.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not saying this because of a recent incident. I'm not going to go into it, but you know what I'm talking about. So I'm not going to just send money, to someone who's just trying to take advantage of my good heart. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean,
and maybe it will happen. I mean, maybe it will happen. Maybe they'll fool you or whatever. But there's going to be those people that come in out of your life that just want something. They're always like they want something to benefit themselves. It's all about them. And sometimes you'll run into those people. Maybe they'll get something out of you or whatever, whether it's your time, whether it's like some items or whatever. But, you can just give freely with your heart, and if they wrong you or whatever, move on. And, maybe, your actions speak louder than words, just to forgive people and to basically turn the other cheek when they're rude to you or whatever. Just say, just be nice to them. Kill them with kindness. It's the hardest thing to do is kill someone with kindness. To be kind when they're being mean to you. Just continually be kind with them. It will work. It always does. They'll come around. It may take years, but just be nice to people. We all suffer from that. We all struggle with that. Someone's a jerk to you, you just want to be a jerk back, or you want to put them in their place, right? But sometimes you just gotta turn the other cheek, just let it go.
Yeah, and I think we've all been guilty of that.
Absolutely.
Me in particular. Me in particular. I'm not. Well, not so much anymore. I think I'm trying to just move on from people like that. Like I said earlier, and I mean not even give them the time of day, because a lot of times people like that, they just that's what they want. They just want
to stir you up.
Yeah. They just want to they want to upset you, and they're just looking for attention. Like, dude, like don't come here and waste my time and start spreading all these rumors and it's negative energy in our community. I mean, it's don't do that here. It's like you said. I mean, if this content is not for you, I mean, don't watch my content, dude.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
No one's forced. No one's holding you down the seat, holding your eyelids.
Yeah. And dude, I mean, if you're gonna leave a dislike, at least leave some constructive criticism. Say, oh, you know what? Say why you didn't like. What did you not like? What in your opinion, what can I do better?
We can all take it. We have to be able to take that kind of stuff, right? So if somebody says they don't like something, or your music's too loud, or they can't hear your voice enough, or they don't something they don't like, to each their own. But sometimes that stuff can help you grow as a better creator, better channel, or maybe sometimes a person. Who knows? If you're being rude and somebody calls you out for it, we all need that sometimes.
Yeah. Like I know in some, in some of my videos, the music I have in the background it overpowers my voice, and part of the reason for that is because I don't want to get the copyright strikes on my channel, because
Fred Meyer,
nowadays
Kroger.
Nowadays it seems like more and more stores are catching on to what you're doing. They see people with a phone. Like, oh man, here's another YouTuber. let's play the music a little louder.
I don't know, man. I don't know if that's it or not. But.
Anyways, I mean, I can't say that for certain, but it just seems
it's Fred Meyer, maybe, or Kroger, or whatever. They blast it, man. I hate that store. Like, I love that store, but it's a love and hate, because I do love that store, Fred Meyer or Kroger, whatever you want to call it. But they blast their music, man. I really, I've gotten copyright hits because of that, just that store alone. It's brutal.
Yeah. Here it's like the Walmarts in my area.
Oh, really?
That's why I rarely go to Walmarts, man. It's just the music. It's like crazy loud, dude.
It's obnoxious. Like, even I've noticed it more, especially because of the videos. But then I go into the store without my camera, or I'm just shopping for something else, and I'm just like, dude, why do you got the music so loud? Like, turn it down. Like, it's just crazy loud. I don't like it.
Yeah, and of course, wearing the mask doesn't help.
No, no, no. You
So
pretty
it's
much got
like,
to wear a mic to do it properly, and then that can be annoying too because you got a corded mic. But I don't know. For me, I think it's just like I stopped caring like about people looking at me all weird. I think maybe you can speak for that, but just to tell the new creators, the new people that want to create, because everybody's a creator if you start making stuff on YouTube. I mean, there's creators that have 1 million followers and there's creators that have 1 follower, but we're all creators and it's artistic, right? So everybody's doing different stuff, you do different stuff than I do. Twice Diecast likes Chinese passats. That's his thing. He just only likes Chinese passats. No, I'm just kidding. He likes a lot of and what's funny is like I know he's listening to this and it's gonna be in the comments.
yeah.
So, but yeah, it's the relationships, the friends that I've made on YouTube are amazing. David at Twice Diecast, Jay, man, there's just so many people that are just that I'm getting to know more, and I've never met you guys, and I hope to meet you guys. I don't know if you listened to my last podcast, but I'm thinking about putting together a small convention somewhere once this COVID thing kind of dies off a little bit and everybody's a little less worried. But maybe at a convention center or a hotel that has a big room, that you can have some races, you can have modifying tables, you can have trading, selling tables and stuff like that, and just get a couple hundred people together that then we can meet each other in person and have fun for a couple days. So I'm contemplating doing that. Got plenty of time to figure it out because it's not going to be tomorrow. It's not even going to be this year probably. So definitely not this year.
Exactly.
So that'd be cool because try to take a poll. It's easy enough to take a poll to see when's the best month and weekend or whatever, and people try to get that time off. And I'm even thinking ahead to where I can do like a GoFundMe for people who can't afford to fly out or a hotel. We can put some money together for those people. So
right.
I think it's a good idea. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it could work.
I mean, unless you don't want to meet people. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you smell funny or something like that. Are you a little worried about that, or?
No.
They've got showers and stuff.
It's just my concern is how much money we could raise. It's hard to get to get people to pitch in.
It is
a few bucks for a noble cause like what you're doing right now, child trafficking. And
no, honestly, there was a glitch with that, man. I don't think it's even that. I actually figured out a few days ago that they stopped that. There's some kind of glitch where you couldn't donate, but it's working again today. So I was getting all bothered about it because I was like, dude, like I'm promoting this like heavily, and other people are too. But now it seems to be open again. So if you guys want to donate to help kids out of child trafficking, it's Hot Wheels for Hope on Instagram, and we're doing a raffle for a custom that was made. And so it's working again. I was able to click donate, but before it said this is not allowing donations because this organization is stopped it or something. But I don't know. I think it was a glitch with Instagram. So it's working again.
Cool.
But
while you're on the subject, Mark, when's the deadline for the
Oh, it's a couple of days, man. I think it's like 4 days from now. So I gotta start pushing it. I got if some of you have seen the YouTuber like Danny Taylor that's in our group, but it's actually his name's David. He's using his daughter's account. I just figured that out. So everybody's been calling him Danny Taylor for this whole time, and he just hasn't said anything, but it's just like it's his daughter's account and his name's David, and I forget his new account. It's like gosh, I suck at names, but he's a cool dude. He's gonna send me some BRE Dotsons too, and I told him I already got them from you, and he's like, I'm sending them anyways, and sending some some flea market stuff. But I think David at Twice Diecast was saying he had like 100,000 cars or something, like diecast, like 100,000 cars.
100,000?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Wow.
I gotta see it, man. Some of these people, you know what? Just real talk for a second. Some of you people that have these crazy collections, you need to post something on YouTube, like at least one video for us to see what you got. Like, how can you hide that? You know, it's like if you've been collecting for like 20, 30, 40 years or whatever, some of these guys, and you have 10,000 cars, you got to show us what you got, man. Like, whether you're man, woman, whatever, you got to share it, you know? I'm sure you've seen some of those videos on YouTube of these people's crazy collections, and you know, it's really cool, and you'll get a lot of views too. I mean, if you'll get some, you can post more videos. Maybe that's your start, you know, to creating cool content, just showing people what you have, you know. It's cool.
I agree. I mean, the only person I know that has like a crazy amount of cars is what's his name? Some guy in New York, teacher. What's his name? What's his name, dude?
I don't even know.
Zarnock.
He's a YouTube channel.
Yeah. Hot Wheels TV. Is it ringing a bell? No.
Yeah, I don't know. There's one of those OG Hot Wheel guys that has his own channel. It's like Hot Wheels TV channel.
Yeah, he used to have
I think it might be the same guy you're talking about.
Yeah, Zarnock or Zarnock.
He's been
anyways.
Collecting
he used
forever.
he used to have a museum. In his hometown, and I guess he had to close it down recently. I guess he
probably COVID.
I guess it wasn't getting much support, and he couldn't pay the
mortgage
police or the whatever it was.
He couldn't pay the police. He couldn't bribe the police anymore. Yeah, he's bribing the police for the super treasure hunts. You planted them.
Yeah. So I guess I mean, sadly he had to close it down.
That sucks.
But yeah, man. But yeah, he's one of the few people that I know that has like a huge collection, and he's been doing this for I don't know over 30 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then of course you have John Lamley. I'm pretty sure that's his
John.
Yeah, John. That's his first name, John Lamley.
Mm-hmm.
At Lamley Group.
Yeah, he's probably got so many cars.
One, but and there's there might be some people that don't like that that he's got that connection with pretty much all the diecast makers out there.
It comes off a little wrong sometimes, just because it's like, look what I got kind of a deal, right? So
right.
I would like to get some of those bigger channels involved, and I know they probably give cars or whatever, but they have a huge influence for people, so I'd like to get them involved in charity stuff, and I'm sure that, like I said, they may already do it, I don't know, but I don't see it on their channel for the most part. I don't see anything about raising cars for kids or giving more and stuff like that. It's just, here's this car, this is what's coming out, this is what I have. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see more like, like give this, donate here, like inspire people to do that, That's what it's about. I don't know. That's what life's about, is helping people, because we don't all have the opportunity to have warm meals and roofs over our head, and for some of these kids during Christmas, their parents can't afford to give them anything, so maybe these Hot Wheels that you sent them or gave some money to a place, my next one, another one I want to do is a company that pays layaways. So that's still a thing. Like, there's families out there that put toys on layaway because they can't afford it right away. And these companies go in and they buy everything in layaway, and then like Target, Walmart, and then they just give them to the families. Like, hey, you don't owe anything. This is yours. So I'd like to do that next for a raffle, and I think I have some cars heading my way from some customizers to raffle off. So you guys are amazing, and I couldn't do it without you. I know you guys try to give me credit for doing it, and of course, whatever. It's just like, for me, like, it's not about like feeling good about things. Like the whole toy drive that I did for Hot Wheels was just inspired by God, like told me to do it, and that's why it went so well. That's why we raised 4,600 cars, and you guys inundated my whole house with Hot Wheels and Hot Wheels boxes. I just got rid of the last boxes like yesterday.
Wow.
There was so many Hot Wheels, and just the cardboard boxes and the shipping material. Man, my house was like it's like a Chuck E. Cheese with like bubble wrap and all that stuff. Man, I've been trying to get rid of all this stuff, but I love it. It's like most people would be like, "Oh man, I got all this crap in my house," but I'm just seeing empty boxes and peanuts and bubble wrap all over my house brings me joy, because I knew like all these people like really got excited about it. They took time. Some people were spending $50 to $150 on shipping alone to send me cars to get to kits. So you can't. Yeah, it's like this community is awesome. Say what you will about people, like some people knocking on Derek for not leaving 2 super treasure hunts or whatever. Who cares? They're, it's like he's giving them away. He gives a lot of stuff away. He's very generous. So there's always the haters out there, but they can talk all they want. But at the end of the day, we're just trying to make a difference. I think a lot of us in this community trying to make a difference for the less fortunate, whether it just be kids or adults or, disabled people, who like whatever, just less fortunate people. So, yeah, it's a cool thing to be a part of, for sure.
Yeah, see that's I think that's part of the problem. A lot of people see our content, and they see us grabbing a few cars of the same casting. He's a freaking scalper. I'm gonna hate on this guy. And but see, they don't take.
They don't stick around to see.
Yeah, they don't take the time to get to know you, to reach out to you. It's like, hey man, I mean, they don't. All they want to do is hate and judge, but I mean, they don't see, why we grab, more than one car sometimes. They don't know that we give a lot of this stuff away, or we do it to trade with other people in our community. I mean, you could get, if you just reach out to people and you network with people, you could get, a lot farther that way, instead of, spreading hate and, negativity around the community. I mean, all you got to do is, just get involved and, show that you care and be supportive of other people's YouTube channels in a positive way.
Yeah.
And you might get something, that's what I do. It's like when you reach out to us and you need something, I'm there, dude. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, you deserve it. I mean, so does, Hewitt, Mustang. There's just so many people, man. Hewitt, David. It's just a great group of people who are deserving of the things that I give to, that I don't mind giving, my time, Hot Wheels, donating this, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't mind it at all, because, you guys, genuinely deserve it. I'm not just going to give it to some guy that's just, like I mentioned earlier, who's just trying to take advantage of me. I mean,
give me that. You owe this to me. I've watched one of your videos, man. You owe me that super treasure hunt, Adrian.
Jeez.
Give it to me now. Oh, yeah. Some people's, that's why I always say, like, some people's kids, man, just like, gosh, you need to raise your kids better, just to be respectful, polite, and kind. There's a lot of people that lack, they just can't be polite. Where's your manners, Like, did your parents not teach you manners? Don't beg for stuff, and just be demanding. But I truly believe that, if you give with your heart and you, I think I was just talking about this in one of my other podcasts, serving others. Right. I think I was put on this earth to serve others, as much as sometimes we are all human and flesh, and sometimes we just get wrapped up in our own deal and ourselves. But I love serving others. There's like for example, today at work, I had this really older gentleman, probably in his early mid 90s. Like, he's lived a good life, but he hard of hearing. Oh, man. Yeah, and just slow, got a cane, but you have to say things sometimes 2-3 times. He's having trouble calling his son on his phone. He couldn't find his contacts. He just, these people kind of paved the way for us. A lot of them are like, they could be veterans, doctors. You don't know what they've lived. You have to be very patient and kind, because that's going to be you someday. If you are blessed to live that long, that's going to be you, and you're going to want that patience and kindness from people. So, just remember that too with people that, are just older, that are taking forever in line in front of the grocery store, because just life slows down. There's got to be, people just need to be more patient and kind. And if I can pound that into your guys' head through this podcast, I will. I won't stop talking about it. So,
right.
But I know that I don't have to tell you that, man. I mean, honestly, I appreciate you. I think a lot of us really appreciate you, Adrian, and what you bring to the community. And, I'm glad to have you on here.
Man. My pleasure.
Yeah. So I got a couple more questions, and we can kind of wrap this up. I think we've been going about an hour yet so far. So
I'm having fun, man. Let's stay here as long as we can.
Yeah, that's fine. It's till Kimber knocks on this door and kicks it down and says, "It's over." So, what would be your best advice to people starting out on YouTube or collecting? What's your best advice for them?
Well, best advice is to, if you really want to get started on YouTube, just go ahead and do it, man. I mean, we all start off the same way
with 0 subscribers. Yeah,
0 subscribers, not enough support, and it can be frustrating. I'll be first. I'll admit, sometimes your channel is not growing as fast as you'd like it to grow. Yeah. But, at the same time, you have to understand that you're going to get what you put in. I mean, if you put in a lot of effort, a lot of time, and, you're uploading content, good content is the key. Often you're going to get a good response from people.
Yeah, for sure.
And, you can't, you can't be don't be your own critic. Let the number of views and subscribers, as you progress, let that be, let that tell you how you're doing. Because if you're going to be, if you're self-critical of everything that you do in your channel, I mean, you're gonna, it's never going to be perfect.
No,
never. So it's like, let people are going to hate no matter what you do. So, I mean, just don't listen to the noise, man. I mean, just keep going. I mean, you'll learn on your own, and if you network and you reach out to good people, we'll help you out. We'll give you some pointers here and there.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're all here to help people grow. I've really been proud of people to see people start, like Skip's Diecast, start posting stuff. I remember when there's the train. I remember when he was like thinking about starting one, but he was too shy and stuff like that. And I think Derek and I and hopefully some other people were just like, just do it, man. He did it, and he's killing it. He's got, I don't know, like I haven't even, I need to go watch a couple of his videos because I've been slacking, but I know he's got probably a couple thousand. He surpassed me. I was like, dang, son, get it, so never never be jealous or be like, because he started like after me and past me, but that's amazing, and you got to support each other. Like, you can't like be haters on other people's accounts because they're growing faster than you, or they've got, I mean, a lot of them maybe they have better content, maybe you'll grow faster than them the next year. It's all, who cares, for me personally, with my faith, and your faith, God's timing is perfect, is what I believe. And so I'm not worried about the race. It's just like slow and steady, just keep making good content, be nice, touch. I'd say the one of the biggest things, and I think you can probably agree with this, let me run it by you, but just responding to everybody on YouTube, all the people that comment and watch your videos. They're taking time out of their day, their time, to watch your video and leave a comment. Respond to every one of them. That's the person that says, hey man, cool video, thank you so much, Jerry, Tom, Adrian, Big A. So yeah, you got to respond. I respond to every single comment on YouTube, unless it gets flagged because there's an F word or whatever. Then I'm not going to, because it gets flagged. I have words, any swear word's going to get flagged. So I'm not sorry about that, guys. If you guys come to my channel and you swear, I think you have a pretty good opportunity when you're writing it to realize, hey, maybe I'll change this S word to something else, instead of posting it. So you have a good opportunity. It's not like it just slipped from your mouth. You're writing it down and thinking it. So those kind of things, they're not going to make it to my page. And don't get mad at me. It says everywhere on my page that I don't want swearing on it. It's on every single video. So I don't know how I got off that rant, but I'm like Hewitt's over here. Like, hey man, come to my channel and swear, man. Come on, man.
Oh man, yeah. Hewitt's comedy, man. He's comedy, but you know what? I love the guy. I love watching his comedy. His comedy.
I love what it is. It's comedy.
I love watching his content, and hearing him, rant here and there, and I but that's just who he is, and I like that about him. He's just raw. He's just he's just real, man.
Yeah.
And I just I left a message like, hey man, I mean, don't let people like this get to you. People are gonna, pretty much the same thing I said to you. People are gonna like us or hate us no matter what we do.
Yeah.
And if you feed into their negativity, if you buy into that stuff, I mean, that's exactly what they're looking for. I mean, just that's why we have this cool feature on YouTube where you could mute them or block them and report them if you have to.
Yeah.
And problem solved.
Problem solved.
Don't waste. Yeah. I mean, don't waste your time with these people, man. I mean, focus on your. He's got about 890 subscribers. Focus on those.
Oh yeah, and he's growing quick.
Subscribers that support you, that care about you, that that are there for you. That are there for you in good faith, not causing problems and drama and this and that. It's like, dude, I mean, I ain't got time for that,
Yeah, I ain't got time for that.
There are more important things in the world to focus on, man.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, don't let that stuff affect you, because, I mean, yeah, I hate when I see people that are like, especially like people and friends that get like their whole mood and attitude changes sometimes when somebody says something negative or wrongs them and stuff like that. But it's and sometimes it's easier said than done. Just you got to shake that stuff and move on, and you just have to be the bigger person and just prove people wrong too. They want you to fight back. They want you to they want to start an argument. There's so many trolls on the internet, and I've been guilty of feeding into it. I've been guilty of being a troll, probably many years ago. We've all been guilty of being trolls sometimes. But a lot of times, in the last couple of years, sometimes I'll even type things out, and then I go, this is negative. I'm just going to delete this and move on. And I think a lot of you people that are listening that are consistent trolls or whatever, and you know what a troll means. You're stirring the pot. That's what you are when you're trolling, and it's not conducive to anything. It's negative. It's bringing people down, hurting people instead of being uplifting. Don't you want to be uplifted? No, you don't. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure you do. Everybody wants to be lifted up, right? And if you're tearing people down, you don't want that to happen to you. So you just really got to put yourself in their position. You don't want to. You want to uplift people. You don't want to tear people down, rain on their parades. Even because you're miserable, you can change that around. You're not gonna be miserable for the rest of your life. Maybe you will, but don't take everybody with you. It's not fair. Don't do it.
Yeah, and that goes back to what I said earlier, Mark. It's like, dude, I mean, if you reach out to people in a positive way. I mean, hey, man, I mean, we'll listen to you. I mean, we'll try to help you out if we can. We don't have to, but if we can, we'll help you out as best we can. We'll try to work things out, or we'll try to clear the field and try to see what the problem is. What's your problem with me or with you, or with what's your problem? What do you want? What are you trying to accomplish with your behavior? With what you're doing.
Yeah, and we can squash it and we can move on too, because we're all bigger than that, so we can squash it and we can move on.
Right.
It's not beyond us.
Exactly.
For show. Okay, what other questions I got for Mr. Big A?
And if you don't know, now you know.
Now you know.
Learn that.
Because if you don't know, now you know. You better learn that.
Learn that, guys. You gotta learn
Edwin happens to know a few things, and what Edwin happens to know is you better learn that. Yeah. So there's and also, if you're tuning into this podcast, you're going to hear a lot of Fast and the Furious quotes, and you're going to have to deal with it.
Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you, Mark, for getting us hooked on those.
Oh yeah, I'll bring it into. I just start like Derek's. I think was having a live stream. Was it last night or something? Yeah, yesterday. And I just love starting it off. Just like saying something and just see it feed into the live stream. It was so funny. And then, when we were talking about the meatloaf, just, Ma, the meatloaf! Gosh, what does she do up there? And then you start throwing, those lines in the Fast and Furious. It just becomes so funny, Just, now I'm your meatloaf. It's like, what?
I eat my meatloaf 1/4 sheet at a time. In those 10 seconds or less. Nothing else.
Nothing else.
Just me and my
family, meatloaf.
Oh man, that's funny, man.
So I mean, and I'm never annoyed with you guys when you're talking about meatloaf and Fast and Furious quotes and all that stuff, because it just shows that we're like we are like family, like brothers and cousins and whatever, like where we can laugh and have fun. Especially after a long day or a rough day, you can get on to like my channel or get on to Big A's channel, and you can watch our videos. You can relieve some stress. You can comment. You can know that I'm going to return your comment or laugh or whatever. I like funny comments where people are talking about like Fast and Furious quotes and stuff like that. It always brightens my day. And then I got some people that get kind of deep with their comments, like, and that's cool. Like, talk about they lost this person and how their life's affected. Don't ever feel like you can't get deep with me via like email or comments, because I'll respond to them, and I appreciate when people are real, just like we're talking about, like with Hewitt's, just candid and real, and not like, hey, cool video, man. Like, I get it. Like, that's cool. Don't stop doing that either, because I like to hear, you like the video. But if you want to get out of the surface level, that's fine too. We can talk about whatever. So, or you can email me, or sometimes Instagram gets a little weird. People hit me up way too often on Instagram. That's a whole different story. But yeah, just try not to spam me. Just like
Oh man,
I don't know if you get the same thing, but it's just like some people just like send you relentless amounts of things, and it's tough to keep up with all of that. You know, like we said, we have lives, and I can't respond to everybody's messages like when you just like hit me hard and stuff like that. So, and don't get offended if I can't, you know, hit you back on everything, or I miss your comment on Instagram. Instagram is not my favorite place. I'm going to be honest with you. It's kind of scattered, and I do enjoy a lot of the funny videos and diecast cars and stuff like that. But for me, you're going to want to hit me up on YouTube or my email, preferably, because I get so spun out of control on Instagram with all that's going on in there, between comments and messages. Like, you shoot me, like, send me 50 pictures of the cars you just found. Like, I can't like all of them and respond to each. I don't know if I'm the only one. Speak up. I mean, I don't know if I'm the only one that has to deal with that, you know.
Yeah, and then and then people take offense to that.
They get mad
because you don't get back to them. I'm like, dude, I mean, do you not realize that I'm not at your beck and call here?
Yeah, drop everything.
I have a life outside of social media, man. I have a wife. I have kids.
Yeah.
I have a job. You know, I have
life, man.
I'm not here for you, 24/7, dude. I mean, I'm sorry, dude, but I mean, not sorry. I'll get to them. I'll get to them when I get to them, dude. Yeah. If I can,
Yeah, exactly. And I just try to, I don't know. I try to be as nice as possible sometimes when I respond to people that get like offended that I didn't message them back, or I just liked the photo and I didn't respond to it. It's like a lot of times I'm like, dude, I don't even know you. Like, you don't even come around my channel, or you don't come around like I know you maybe seen some videos or whatever, but like, just chill, bro. It's mostly dudes.
Exactly.
It's like we all have lives, and just yeah, like I think that episode that I had on here, if you guys haven't seen it, it's called Grace and Space. Give people grace, give people some space. Get out my face. Yeah. Now I'm in your face. It's like some people, man. They're just like, now I'm in your face. I'm still in your face. I'm also in your face. Your face is in my face. No, dude, leave me alone.
Yeah. No, seriously, man. I mean, people, if people can't respect, your boundaries or your space, I mean, that,
yeah, they need to get blocked.
Yeah.
I haven't had to do that too
many. Man.
Yeah, I haven't had to do that too many.
I mean, and you try to. It's like Derek said. You try to be civil with people, and you try to talk to them and explain things to them. So many different ways, and they still keep going at it, and they still keep
Then they gotta go.
Let's call it how it is, bothering you.
Yeah, pestering.
Yeah. I mean, you have to cut them off. I mean, like, dude. I mean, sorry, dude. I try to talk to you. I try to be civil. I try to be nice. But, it gets to the point where, enough is enough, man. I mean,
yeah,
I can't do this anymore, man.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. The people that are kind of toxic or just really pester you. It's just like I don't have time for that. I got to focus on other things,
Exactly.
Like living my best life. So
just get out of my face.
Get out of my face. I'm in your face. No, get out of my face.
No, you get in my face. No,
man, that meme kills me. Like where I'm in your face, where Paul Walker's face is in Vin Diesel's face. That one, and then Jason Mustang Hunter made a meme of that or something for me, and Nas made one too. Of me and Derek, like besties hunting forever, like just like we're like both like on like falling from the sky, and it's Vin Diesel and Paul Walker. So y'all are funny, okay? So yeah, and then of course you with all your Fast and Furious quotes and Meatloaf quotes and stuff like that. Of course, that's hilarious too. I get a kick on all that. So.
Oh, me, huh?
Yeah, me, huh?
Just me, huh? Oh, okay. All right. Thanks for getting me hooked on that, Mark.
Oh, you're welcome. I mean, now he's going to be pestering me. I'm going to be like, get out of my face, man. He's like, I'm in your face. Get out of my face, Adrian. You're always in my space, in my face. Give me some grace, man. Oh, spitting rhymes. Yeah. So
see, this is what I'm talking about, Mark. I mean, when we pass away, I mean, we're not going to take our Hot Wheels with you, with us or anything like that. What we're going to take is the memories of our friendship, the good times and the bad times. Because like you said, I mean, we're family, dude. I mean,
family.
We're here to support one another, to be there for one another in the good times and the bad times.
Absolutely.
So yeah, man. I mean, these are the things that I'm going to take with me. I'm pretty sure you are. Most of us. You're going to take. All this. Messing around, horsing around. Everything else is just. It's replaceable. The Hot Wheels, if they get stolen, they get lost, whatever, they're replaceable.
Yeah, they're material things.
True friendships, they last forever, man. And that's what I want to, that's what I'm going to take with me. The love my family has for me, and my band of brothers, you guys. So yeah, I mean, this community has really been a true blessing for me, man. I mean, there's just a lot of great people here. I mean, I wish there were more of us that were on the same page. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Time will tell. I mean, it's going to continue to grow, and different avenues. Podcasts, blogs. I don't know if you saw that, Derek. There was a new blog about top 10 channels or favorite diecast channels, and I think. I think blog is a great idea. It's kind of died out. I mean, there's not very many Hot Wheel blogs that I know of. So I think blogs is great. I think whatever you like to do, there's a lot of avenues. Like, I like to talk and to express my emotions and feelings and thoughts and all that stuff. And I like to teach people. And I like to laugh and have fun. I like to have people on my podcast. So of course, podcast is fun for me. I thoroughly enjoy it. I love this podcast that we're having right now, and I love that people like my subscribers and now your subscribers, because I'm sure you're gonna post this on your channel, and you're gonna get some people that are gonna know more about you and like you more because you're a very likable person. Despite what Hewitt says about you. No, I'm I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. But yeah, he hasn't done a rant. I would love for him to do a rant on me. I'm just trying to make fun of him enough to where he's like, "Hey, man, I'm sick of these guys like Dotson Man making fun of me, and I sound like Elvis when he's doing my impression. I'm just so sick of it, man." No, I've already checked with Hewitts and make sure. I'm like, hey man, it's like if I do like an impression of you, like it's not hurting your feelings, is it? Because I legitimately love like doing impressions of people and everything. I'm very good at it. I've always been an entertainer and stuff like that. But I worry about. I want to make sure I'm not hurting anybody's feelings, right? So I've checked with him. He's like totally cool. He loves it. And I know he's good, and he's going to tell you if he doesn't like it. So, I mean, you've probably seen the video that I made of him, right?
Oh yeah, dude, that was hilarious.
Yeah,
man.
He loved it.
You nailed it, man. I mean, the way he starts his videos sometimes, not so much anymore, but before I remember, the first thing he would do was like, just rub his hands with
Yeah, rub the hands. Boom, peace. Hey guys, but yeah,
boom, peace, intro, boom, and man, today, can talk about this stuff. I mean, just send me the stuff or whatever it is that you said. It was just funny, man.
Well, I mean, I think we can all appreciate like characters. Like he's a character, man. Like he's so funny, and he's a real dude. I've talked to him on the phone for a long time. I love talking to him because he's just a cool dude. He's a lot more chill, when you get him on the phone or whatever. And I'm going to have him on the podcast, and I hope he's listening because I'm going to get him on here whether he likes it or not. I will take the podcast to Hewitts' house. I'll take it down there. I'll change out his battery in his smoke detector. And, hey, man, it's not the battery. It's just an old smoke detector, man. You guys need to lay off me with this smoke detector thing. I know it chirps every 2 minutes, but it's just But I know he like we love him. The phone ringing. That's the cat, man. Oh, it's just like it's raw. It's like there's nothing edited and everything. Exactly. And he inspires me to edit less. To be honest with you, I don't edit these podcasts. I don't edit. I've done a lot less editing. When it comes to like some of the videos where I'm just showing off cars or whatever, I just run with it, you know. So because I appreciate that, you know, about his channel, I think we can all inspire each other to do different things, to try different things, and I don't know, just to be better people. But yeah, I like doing impressions of people. So so I'm gonna do one of you real quick, of you like during one of your live streams. I'm gonna try to do it, and so I'm gonna be. So there's people talking. So there's people talking down there, and you're always like behind. You know, you're always like looking at the comments. You're like, okay, you're like, okay, you got an R34. Found it yesterday. What's up? Hewitt's. Okay, Hewitt's is talking to Dotson Man. Looks like they're talking about what they ate for dinner yesterday. The car, you found a super treasure hunt. Okay, Mark found a super treasure hunt, and okay, looks like Hewitt's is still talking to Derek over here. They're talking about what they ate last night. Okay, and
you know what the problem was? You know how you could zoom in and zoom out the comments,
or lag or something like that.
I didn't know you could do that until one of my Spanish speaking subscribers told me, "Hey man, I mean, you know, no offense, but you could zoom in into your comments, right? So you could read them better. I'm like, you can, and that's what that's why you used to see me a lot, struggling. But
I thought it was funny, man. Honestly, like, I didn't even care. I thought it was, like, hilarious because I'm like, I just love it. Because everybody does their own thing. Like, we all have our own, like, none of our live streams are the same. None of our videos are the same. I love how everybody shows their cars off differently. You show your cars off differently than I show my cars off. Like, we hold them different, you know what I'm saying? Like holding it like right by your head, but kind of like looking at it. Hewitt's will just kind of hold it in front and kind of like side eye it, you know. Everybody holds their cars differently and stuff like that. But
Hewitt's is like literally cheek.
Holding it right to his cheek, and then
like
hey man, look at this. Oh man, if you just take a good look at this thing here, just look at it. Oh, Dotson Man, he's probably watching this right now. Oh, I'm gonna burn this car. So no,
Oops, I just showed something I didn't want to see. I didn't want him to see. I was like, oops.
Can't. I'm not gonna edit this though. So if he sees it, that's what you're getting, buddy.
Man, he's hilarious, dude.
And then you just got like people like twice diecast David. We love him. He's just got that calms, that voice that's just, hey guys, David at Twice Diecast. We're going to go find some diecast today. We're going to go to some truck stops, some dealerships. We're going to check out a 7-Eleven, see if we can find any hot dogs, maybe some diecast too. So stay tuned, guys. Come along.
Yeah, I remember when he only had like, I was one of his first subscribers. He was like at 50 subscribers or something like that, and
wow.
Yeah, so I just introduced myself like, hey man, I'm so and so, and just know that I'm here to support you, and just like I've done with many other channels.
When you like their content, right?
Yeah, even though some people take offense to that, or they don't like it, they think that you're spamming, and and I'm really not. It's not like, hey man, I mean, I subscribe to your channel and I like your channel, so now you have to return the favor. No, I mean, I don't do that. I generally just
we know you care, man. Like, you got a big heart. So everybody, if Big A, Adrian, comes to your channel and says, hey man, like, it's me, Big A, like, what's up, man? I appreciate you. I love you. I appreciate the support. He's not spamming you. He loves you. He just wants to be in your face. I'm in your face. So
yeah, it's like, it goes back to what you were, promoting, not promoting, but what you said in one of your podcasts. You're encouraging others to support smaller channels. And
absolutely.
That's what I've been doing since like day one. That's how,
I know.
that's how
I know you have, man.
That's how I found Derek. That's how I found Mustang Hunter.
Yeah.
And
we've grown together. It's cool.
Pretty good. We've grown to be good friends.
Yeah, I think it's really important, like, just to help each other grow and to support each other and to show each other content and videos and I know there's going to be, I know that Twice Diecast, like David, he's a good friend of mine, like personal friend, and I know he's going to be a big channel, whether he likes it or not, because of his heart. Like, he's a good dude and he makes really good videos. They're very well put together. I like the music. I like the way he edits. I'm going to stop talking now because I know he's listening. He's going to get a big head. He's like, oh yeah. He's like writing it down. He's like, oh yeah, he likes this and he likes this and he said this. No, David, I take it all back because now you're just getting a big head. Okay, David? No, I'm just kidding. I love you, buddy. So yeah, I just blessed to know people like David and Derek and Mustang Hunter, King Nut, Skip's Diecast, Skippy, and then people like Jay, Jay's Diecast Creations, send me customs to give away and stuff, like taking time. And just another real dude, Jay. I loved having him on here. It was
yeah. I mean, Jay's another one who's like he's for real, man. He's not going to sugarcoat anything, and he's just going to speak his mind. If he doesn't like something, he's going to tell you it. He's going to tell you.
Yeah,
like, I remember a few weeks ago I was in one of his live streams, and somebody was bothering him about a question or something. He kept asking the same thing in different ways, and he's like, "Hey, man," and he got all.
He's like, "Chill, man."
He's like, "Hey, man, are you trolling me, man? Because I'm going to tell you straight out in front of all these people, man."
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's a real deal, man. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
I really love the guy. Yeah, and I know he's listening to this now too, so don't get him all pumped up either, man. He's got a baby on the way too, twins. I don't know if you knew that. But,
I saw that the community post. So yeah, I'm very happy for him, man.
Yeah, we gotta help him out if we can.
Absolutely,
he's gonna have he told me he's gonna have like a registry for like a baby shower, and
Nice.
I mean, some people, everybody's got different views on whatever. We've had some drama in the last couple of weeks with we're not going to get into, but it's like, if we're just here to help each other out, and if somebody's got a registry open for a baby shower or maybe a wedding, wink wink, it's okay to support them because we love them, and you love their content and everything, and their character, so. Yeah, it's nobody's trying to like extort anybody on here, or like trying to make a bunch of money. It's just a lot of times I'll try to create the initiative to start something to where they don't have to, right? But yeah, if JDC, once you get a baby registry up, because I know he's listening to this, he listens to my podcasts. I don't know why.
Right.
It's crazy. But once you get that registry, Jay, let us know. I'll post it. We get him some stuff because it's not cheap having babies, and we can help each other out because we do that in this community. Okay, and if people want to say that, like, oh, it's like, you knew you were having babies, or, oh, he needs to support his own family. It's like, no, dude, like he's very capable of doing that, but we want to help, whether he likes it or not, we're gonna help. So, it's we're here to help each other no matter what, and nobody's trying to take advantage of anybody else, like, for the most part, so.
Amen, brother. Amen, man.
Yeah, so if you guys could send me $100,000, that would be great. It's gonna go towards good things like Datsun 510s. That's it. But no, I'm just kidding. I don't want your money.
Start selling your collections and all your supers, and make sure you just donate all that to JDC, man.
JDC, yeah, we're gonna make him. His babies are gonna be balling. His baby's gonna have gold chains and stuff like that. He's gonna be like, "Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back." So yeah, we love Jay.
With JDC initials on the chains,
on the rings, and the chains, and man, those babies are hooked up.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, how did we get to this? So let's see here. Next question. Who else would you like to see on the podcast, in your opinion? Besides probably some of the people we talked about, who would you like to see come on here? I'd always like ideas. No guarantees, but
the Stang Hunter, man.
The what?
Stang Hunter. I call him.
Oh, Stang Hunter. Yeah, Jason. I plan on having Jason on here for sure. He's been a good part. He's been a great part of my channel growth, I think, because not only does he have really sharp videos, man, they're just like well put together. His graphics, he made my banner for me. I've said this before, and that was something he offered to do. I didn't have to like say, "Hey, man, I want something from you." It was just like he offered to put my banner together for my page. Gave me pointers. I've watched his videos. I poke fun at him. I encourage all of you to poke fun at me. I'm a little bit hard to make fun of just because I'm all over the place. Derek tries. He's like trying to make fun of me and like imitate me, but I'm all over the place. So it's a little more difficult, but kudos to anybody that can. I will never take offense. I love getting, ripped. I mean, even me and Kimber, we rip on each other all the time and she's just like, "Oh, the Hot Wheels." I'm like, "Oh, the Hot Wheels." And then she'll just laugh, cause it's like, we just make fun of each other. It's, you were like best friends, you gotta have fun, and right. With, Mustang Hunter, it's like I'll, poke at him or whatever. I'll be like, "Welcome back, guys. Mustang Hunter here." Just like that kind of stuff, and he thinks it's funny. I got some Mustangs for you. So he's a good dude.
He's very well loved and respected in the community. Definitely, very unselfish, very giving person, and it's not that I'm, anyways, not that I think that a lot of people take advantage of his good nature because he does help a lot of people out, and because he does that, and we're part of, or I should say, we're part of his community. Yeah, he's part of, and vice versa. I think a lot of people get the wrong idea and think that we all, do the same. And like I said, I mean, I don't mind giving things away, but I'm not just going to give you something just to just for the heck of it. I mean, I'm gonna give you something
you feel entitled to it. Yeah,
because you deserve it, or because you truly need it, not just because you just want something out of me in exchange for nothing. It doesn't work that way. You got to earn it, man.
You ain't getting two Motec exhausts without earning it.
Yeah.
Spoon engines.
Yeah. Jason was the very first person who I started, who I made my very first trade with.
Oh, nice.
I think, let's see. I really wanted the R35, the Skyline, the blue one. No.
Oh, the treasure hunt one, super treasure hunt.
The super treasure hunt one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh man, yeah. I remember in one of he was showing it off.
That's a good looking car, man. I have that. Willie sent it to me. Tin Lizard.
Yeah. So he was showing it in one of his videos, and like, oh man, I really like that casting. It's one of the cars I've been looking for.
Yeah.
And then I just asked him, do you trade? It's like, yeah, man. I mean, if you want to trade for something, just show me a picture of what you have in your collection, And sure enough, man, I had he loves Mustangs.
You had to zoom in, didn't you? And he was like, "Let's do it."
And I had a Mustang from the Red Hots edition. It's got a very nice one. I'm pretty sure you've seen it. He's shown it on his channel a few times.
Mm-hmm.
So he really liked it, and we worked something out. So so I got the Nissan, and he got the Mustang that he wanted, and we've been working trades out. To this day, and sometimes I just send him stuff, and vice versa. He just sends me stuff.
That's cool, man.
And,
that's awesome. It's like you can help each other out and get. I mean, it sounds like he wanted what you had way more, and you wanted what he had way more, and that's kind of how it is sometimes. Like, I'm trying to get all the Datsun 510s ever made when it comes to Hot Wheels and pretty much Matchbox. So I could get rid of a lot of cars that I have to get all the 510s. So anybody has some super rare 510s or higher dollar ones, hit me up, because I'll give you a lot of cars for those, or just some nicer super treasure hunts that aren't Datsun 510s. Because that's my goal, is to get them all, to get every single one ever made. It's expensive. It's very expensive.
Yeah,
man.
It's good to be that way, because I mean it's cool for you to have the car. I mean, if you like it and it's part of your collection, that's cool. But if you know someone in your community that that it's going to appreciate that particular casting more than you, just give it up.
Yeah, give it up.
Give it up.
Come on, man, give it up.
And it's like, oh man, it's like that one video that I posted when I found, the Datsuns, the 2-packs.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I got all kinds of nasty messages from people I don't even know. Like,
really?
Darn scalper, and, leave them behind for somebody else. And I'm like, dude, I said,
I'm grabbing them for other people. Relax,
Yeah, I said.
I'm not going to leave them for the scalpers anyways. It's like, that's one way that, help knock the scalpers off, is take them all and sell, either sell them for what you paid for your friends, or give them to your friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I've said, many times, castings that I really like, I like to keep, some open for my display case, and another one closed. And in this particular case, I grabbed the third one for you, and I said it in the video.
Yeah, but they don't believe you, of course, right? They don't believe you. They're like, you're going to send it.
And that's that's the problem. People don't take the time to get to know you.
Right.
The real you. They just see you taking cars, but they don't take the time to reach out to you and to get to know you on a personal basis, on a personal level. It's just easier for people to just judge you based on what they saw on one video.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, but I mean, hopefully people stumble upon this podcast or my channel and see the podcast and know that, I mean, hear me say that Big A, Adrian's a very gracious person. He sent me that Datsun 510 2-pack, which is not cheap to purchase and to ship. And he just sent it to me as a gift, like an early Christmas gift. And I really appreciate it, because I haven't found it. And I don't know, maybe I never will. I hope I do. I'm pretty sure I will. But I had somebody else that's going to send me, we talked about that earlier. David is going to send me one too. And I'm going to open that one, because I pretty much have one open and one not open with Datsun 510 stuff. I'm just a real sicko when it comes to Datsun 510s. I don't think everyone even realizes it, because, I mean, I just bought one I just got done before we got on here purchasing one on eBay for I'm not going to say prices, because I've spent some decent money on some 510s, but this is the 102 blue first mainline ever came out. The 510 is it's probably my favorite, probably one of my favorite 510s, because of course it's the first one, and you know what I'm talking about, like the blue 102 510. It was the first mainline, It has a little, it's blue and it has a little red stripe on the side. It says 102.
Okay.
That's the first. That's the first main line, and that car is like near and dear to me because not only do I just love like the graphics on it, the livery, but it's the first one. So how do you not love that? And I just purchased the short card, and it's not cheap because it's very rare. You can't find them anymore. So I got the short card. I've got an error one. I have a regular one. I have a wheel swapped one. I probably have 20 of the 102s. It's just like,
yeah,
love me or hate me. I just the ones that I like, I just buy a bunch of them, and then I have ones that are worth hundreds of dollars, and then Mark Hot Wheels for Life sent me that John Morton one. Like, you saw that video, right? Of me, I still can't get over that, man. I'll never be able to get over that, Mark.
He did you a huge solid with that one, man, for sure.
Dude, that's a $400 to $800 car, like all day long, 400 minimum. And he's like, this is his mentality, and this is what your mentality should be too, guys. He's like, I bought that when it came out on the shelf. It was like $10 or $15. He's like, that's all I paid for that car. So he's like, I don't care what it's worth. He's like, I appreciate what you do for the community, and I appreciate your content and the amount of time that goes into it. So for somebody to do that for me, and spread the love, and he knows how much I value that car, I almost started crying on video, and I was just blown away. If you get the chance, go watch my video where it's like, I forget what it's entitled, but it's like, gosh, it was just, I was blown away, man. Sure I saw it. And it's on my wall, and it's definitely one of my favorite cars.
Huge solid, man.
Yeah, man, I just couldn't pull the trigger on paying that for that car, but he just sent it to me, and he sent me a bunch of other stuff, like some super treasure hunts and some other rare cars, like crazy rare cars, and I'm looking at a few of them right now because I have them out right in front of me. Because I appreciate that, So if you're really kind to people, if you inspire people, if you're uplifting, people will do you a solid too. They'll send you stuff, and I guarantee you, if you're like a valuable person in this community and you're kind and you're uplifting, I'll send you something. Like, if I hear that you need this, I got an extra one. Even if I don't have an extra one of something, I'll probably send it to you, because I just appreciate people, and I want to share the love too. And that's the kind of stuff that keeps me going, what Mark did for me. And I know he appreciates the time that goes into making these videos, like we were talking about earlier. Right. It's very time consuming. It's something I enjoy, but sometimes it's taxing. Sometimes, like, dude, I haven't posted a video in a week, and you kind of have to, like, you don't really have time for it, but you want to put something together to get it out there, but you want to do the best you can. You don't want to just throw it together. So
exactly.
But you want to be able to, like, keep the content rolling, even sometimes you don't have time for it or the patience for it. So it gets kind of tricky sometimes. And like JDC was saying, there's a balance, family first, always. So right. Sometimes you got to put YouTube on the back burner. Nas just lost his father. He's not going to be around for probably a couple weeks.
Yeah.
But we can continue to support him while he's gone, and watch his videos and comment and let him know that we're praying for him and thinking for him, thinking about him. And
absolutely.
Yeah, he's been a big inspiration with my channel too. He's just a funny dude. He's a good dude. And yeah, he's hilarious. I love the guy. I love that he likes me. And yeah, it's a good community, man. Yeah, it's awesome.
Definitely, man.
Well, I better get going to bed here soon. Here, I'm an old man. You're an old man. We'll just act like I'm older than you. Okay, I'm 52.
Okay, just for tonight.
Just for tonight.
You get a free pass just for tonight, man.
Yeah. So yeah, man, I appreciate you coming on. I had a blast. I thought I was going to have a terrible time, but I didn't. I was kidding, man. I was like, man, this is going to be a terrible time. I'm in your face. No, but I'm glad. I appreciate everything you do for the community. I encourage everybody that's Spanish speaking as well to check out his channel, because it's really nice just to be able to speak, your language, your heritage, where you came from, openly with another dude with a big heart, and just speak freely. I think it's great too that, I like I told you before, I'd like to learn Spanish. I know you'll help me out as much as you can when I get going on it and kind of learn it more and more when I've got some extra time. But I always appreciate when people come to this country and they keep speaking their language. Of course, they got to learn English too, man. It's just like you got to be able to get around and communicate, of course. But
it's a given. You have to, man.
Yeah, you have to. But my great grandparents came to the country from Norway, and they stopped speaking Norwegian, man. And I don't know it, and it's disheartening. It's like I feel like there was a certain kind of era back in the day where people had to assimilate and like just not speak their language anymore. And I don't really wish that upon anyone. And I really think it's cool that you've got that going on your channel too. You've got your own thing, and it's good. You're a good dude, and it's I think people really appreciate you. I do.
Yeah. I mean, that's that's my holy grail, man. I mean, just just networking with good people, and try to help people that deserve it. More importantly, that deserve it as best as I can. And I hope I could do a lot more, and we could get more people involved. And thank you, Mark, for being the trailblazer in doing this, man. Because a lot of people, none of this would have started without you, saying something, speaking, being, sharing what you do with the community. So, a lot of people are just, all about their channel and what they found and the super treasure hunts, and there's nothing wrong with that. But
no,
like
there's not.
Like I said before, it's important to use this platform for
good,
for other things other than your, than what you do and collect or whatever the case may be. So
yeah, appreciate that, man. Appreciate all that. I just want to say, with my faith and everything, all the glory goes to God. And for people that, people that don't want to, if they unsubscribe or they don't listen to my podcast because of my faith, and that's cool, because I'm not shy about it, and you're not either. And
nope.
And that's why I'm here, and that's why I do the things I do. It's not for me, and it's not inspired by me. So I just need you all need to know that right now. So
yeah. So that's it's cool how Derek got you involved in the community and stuff like that. When you when you sent me the that gift, that big box, and I got the card. That was very, that really touched me. When I read the card, I'm like, at that moment, I just knew that you and I were going to become very good friends.
Yeah.
And here we are, man. Here we are. Till this day, whenever you reach out,
we're doing it, Peter.
Whenever you reach out and you need help with one of your charities, or we need Hot Wheels or whatever, I'm here for you, man.
I know, man. I know you are.
And same goes with everyone else who who's got a charity. And
we'll help. We're always down to help as much as we can. And if you can't financially help, share it. That's what I always tell people. Like, if you can't financially help, like with like a fundraiser I'm doing or whatever, then just share it. And that's cool. I appreciate that, because you're getting the word out. Maybe getting somebody else that can help, that does have $20 to give or whatever. So I appreciate people like Rapid Nismo, and there's so many people on Instagram too, like New Collector and 713 Diecast and stuff like that. That that share, and give. But, Rapids, he's a kid, he's like 14, 15 years old. So he always shares my stuff. And if he doesn't have the money to give, but he shares it, and that means a lot to me. It definitely does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just one last thing, Mark.
Yeah.
To all you people listening, guys, you guys please give up, a Starbucks coffee for a day, and support Mark's cause, man. I mean, a human life is much, much more important
than a cup of coffee.
A cup of coffee, or I mean,
or
you
a premium car.
Exactly, or buying 20 cars or whatever, just do something good, for once, with your money. It's $5 is not, it's not going to make you or break you.
No.
So
yeah, appreciate that, man.
Yeah, please. Yeah, so just contribute to the cause, man. And even you scalpers, I mean,
yeah, even scalpers, redeem yourself.
I mean, it's like, dude, I mean, at least once in a while say, hey, you know what, man? I mean, I found 20 super treasure hunts and I sold them all, but here's $20 or something, to help you with your cause. Do something good with that money, man. Don't just
something's
don't
better
just
than nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's all I wanted to say. And Mark, thanks for having me. I love you, and you have a good night. And let's continue to inspire people to do good things, brother.
I will, man, and I know you will too. And we can inspire more people, and the rest is history. It's a chain reaction. You know what I'm saying?
Amen, brother.
All right, man. Well, I will talk to you later, and have a blessed night. And I will send you the link for this so you can share it with your Hot Wheel homies, and we can spread the love everywhere.
Amen, brother. You got it.
All right, man. You have a good night, and I'll be talking to you later, brother.
All right, man. Deuces. Peace.
All right. Peace.
Call ended.
That's it, y'all. I'm in your face. Out.